What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Puro Pinche Party. Today I got someone really special, someone real, someone raw. I got my boy Hector over here. Let's see what we got here. Like I say, he's not only funny as hell, real as hell, and lately he's been putting. Well, not lately. He's for a while he's been putting his journey on social media. Pretty much going day to day, his ups, his downs. Sometimes
all around,
all of his trials and tribulations, his everyday, day to day. I mean, but through all of it, still hitting the gym, lifting weights, lifting spirits. Want to go ahead and tell us about yourself a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Hector. Actually, Hector Hugo Trujillo, 111.
Okay, Juice.
Juice, yeah. It's my brother calls me that. That's my nickname. They're like, hey, Juice.
It's an obvious one.
But just a humble guy going from point A to point B, aka started from the bottom and then rising to the top, illuminating in the darkness with this little light of mine, And just every day I'm just trying to do my best to better myself, man. And every day is a new challenge. It's either a new challenge, a new lesson, or something you can do to better yourself. It's one of those, like, I did something today.
Yeah, as long as you're learning something every day, instead of kind of just like you said, we were chatting before, kind of just living in the past type stuff,
No, yeah, we learn from the past and just understand what we can do in the future to make it better, to avoid that obstacle,
For sure.
One of those, I've been there before, fuck that.
Yeah, for sure. What I wanted to get into is start from the beginning. I don't know, like why you always seem such a happy guy. Like, why did things go so down? What do you think things go down? I mean, like, since I've known you, and I feel like I've known you for a while, well, like 10 plus years, and like all of a sudden, like you just showed up. And it's like on Fast and the Furious. Jesse and Leon, one day they just showed up and they never left. That type of thing. Obviously we know the same people, same family, so we grew up in the same town. But like, do you feel comfortable explaining like where you feel that things went south, or how you feel? Yeah, like things went south. Why do you feel like
when things went?
Yeah,
I think it started. What triggered it, I think, and I think that's what triggered it was early, like 2013, 2014.
Okay.
Like that's when, like, I thought, like, on top of the world, kind of like I'm feeling good.
That's usually when it hits you, when you're feeling the best.
Yeah, when you're feeling the best, because you kind of feel like I'm doing good. You feel a little invincible. You just like, go. But when not only that time, around the time I was getting along with everybody, was always out open and everything.
Seeing you everywhere, bro. Even like
just
kids parties,
open, like,
everywhere, bro. Tattoo shows.
I was there, and then this is where good things. There's always something.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a yin yang effect. But there's gonna be a dark. One by one, people were passing away at a young age.
Yeah.
Everybody was like around 2016 and 2019. A lot of people died within these years and everything. And I remember first it was my uncle. He passed away, and then right after that, a good buddy of mine, Matt Hadamil.
Okay.
He passed away. That hit hard, and then. Ange, Zach's sister.
Okay, yeah.
When she passed, it just like boom, boom, boom.
And these are people that you were really
and then like everyone was just going by, and then I felt like death was right around the corner. And
that's crazy to think about that because you're so young.
Yeah, and that's when it went from 1 week. Every Thursday, I call it Drinking Crow Thursday.
Drinking what?
Drinking Crow Thursday.
Drinking
Crow Thursday.
Crow.
Yeah,
like
it was like
crow?
a show called Drinking Crow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I remember it's just that, but each time there was a death or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It went from 1 day a week to 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days, no, whole week. Every day I would drink like a pint size of like E&J every day. Like, it was bad.
Was it anything good?
No.
It was just drinking the bottom shelf stuff?
Yeah, it'd be the cheapest shit, dude. And I would use that to drink away the pain. Like,
and were you drinking by yourself or with people? That's your problem, man. You gotta. Well, that's not your problem. I'm sorry that I said that, but just. I feel like that's where people like the isolation.
Yeah,
isolation
that's isolation
is
because, like I said, with those deaths, I didn't want to be in there because I just felt hurt and everything. Yeah. So I isolated myself with that. And when you get tired and everything, I was like, I need something to calm me down, something like that. And it was just, it became crazy because it became a remedy, to that. And then, but I was slowly killing myself.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're doing it with bad intentions.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad, and right after that, my shit went downhill. I lost my job and everything, lost the respect to my family, just like all that.
Like outrages or something, or like what do you mean, like not respecting them? How?
Like, I lost respect because I did a lot just to sacrifice for a bottle, you know.
Okay.
And it sucked, man. It's just because it's crazy because I was like, I was doing so good, and that moment, because everything was just slowly like.
Yeah.
And I have no one to blame but myself for that.
Okay.
Because it sucks, man. Because it's easy to fall down there, and I tripped really hard.
Yeah. And
I fell down there big time.
Well, one thing that I feel like that you did, that I would say that you did is first of all, realize there was a problem and took accountability. You know, that's a big step for people to do that.
Like, it's bad because I almost killed myself.
Yeah.
Because I remember, because it got to that point, like my folks were like, you keep forgetting about things a lot. Why you keep forgetting things you're supposed to do? And like slowly, and I gained all that weight. Remember I said earlier, like when I was like,
how much you say you were at?
I was like 168.
Okay, and what are you at now?
128.
All right, yeah, that's a healthy weight, and you know I've seen your journey through like Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, you're fucking getting jacked, bro.
Because during that depression years of the drinking, I almost got killed. If I continued more.
Through that route? Okay.
Done. It was one of those that was that close. Because of all that I was drinking. And I lost my jobs for that and everything.
So you said jobs, like more than one?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Damn. When did you realize, like, when did it click? You're like, oh shit, like...
When I started losing love for my family, it was slowly like there was a moment we had an intervention when they all talked to me and everything.
Okay.
And just and every time, you know, don't you want to see your niece and nephews grow up? You know, they love you, dude. Like, how am I supposed to explain to them that where you're at?
Yeah.
You know, and it hurts, like, knowing that I hurt my family that much to the point like they all of them. And it sucks, man, because it hurts, man, because knowing that I put so much pain, I was being selfish, but not knowing that I put so much pain and worries to everybody that I didn't see that. And even my close friends and family and everything, the friends are like, where you been, dude? You usually used to come out, hang out, chill out.
But your family, they knew what was going on as far as...
I kept it well hidden when that shit happened, like with the drinking.
Yeah.
I was very sneaky.
So they were very, you know, obviously...
Because when I went to the hospital, like I said, when I got to the hospital, that's when they found out.
What'd you go to the hospital for? You didn't... I don't think we talked about this.
Because of drinking.
Okay, well,
because they got to that point. Because my parents were thinking, like, why does he keep losing memory? And like, they were worried about me. So we go to check up and everything. And here's the crazy part. Because I drunk... Like, that's how bad I was. Is that I drank the bottle before, because I knew I was going to go to the doctor's. I still got a bottle and drank it, and it's crazy because the next day I don't remember going to the hospital. Yeah. And then I was in there for a bit and everything, and then they were like, everybody was worried, wondering like, what was wrong, like, why is he acting like this, you know? And then they realized, like, yeah, his liver is just like crazy looking there. And they were like, they even told him, like, if he came sooner, he would have been dead. Okay. And that's crazy not knowing that, because even at that time when I got out of the hospital, I was too fucking stupid. Guess what I tried to do? Well, guess what I did? I ended up buying a bottle. Okay. And I'm grateful that I got caught the next day. But it was like crazy, and that's when one day, like the week of that, my whole family gave me like a little intervention, telling me like, gotta stop, man. You almost died, dude.
Well, how'd that make you feel? Like, obviously, it kind of, put some fucking spark in your batteries, but, like...
It sucked knowing that what I was doing was fucking everybody's day. I was, like, fucking up there because I had them all worried about me.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm saying, like, you were fucking... happiest fucking dude I know. All the time. I would see you at the disc golf field. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was living, and then when that moment happened,
yeah,
I didn't think I would just hit so hard. And I never thought to myself I hit rock bottom that hard.
Yeah.
And it's insane just seeing it and everything, noticing it. And then when people give you that reality smack, that's when you realize, I do gotta change. I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna lose everything just for a bottle. And then that's when I started the journey to greatness.
Do you ever think about, like, I don't know all the cases, well, I don't know how your loved ones passed away or how their lives ended. Whether you're comfortable talking about it or not, but like, let's say if they did take their own life, do you feel like they at one point they felt like like you were feeling, like almost feel like trapped? I think that's what you said previously.
Kind of, because when I say trapped, I felt like, yeah, if you think about it, I fell in. Because both of my uncles died due to alcohol. And I felt like I was next. Because I was going the same route they were going. Drinking every day. Slowly killing myself. And it's insane knowing that I could have been that. I am an uncle myself. I was like, man, I would have been like continuing the saga of the uncle. Because in my mom's side, there's some people, some family members, that go through that process and everything. And then those who continued, they're gone. And just knowing those two, and knowing my mom, knowing like my son's gonna go through that route that they've been through.
Yeah, it must be heartbreaking because the relationship from son to mother, it's like it runs deep,
It does. I don't like. It hurts knowing that I made my mother cry, I made my dad cry, and just knowing that I'm putting myself in this, and it sucks knowing that I put them in that, and it's we're good now, but it's like I know I hurt them.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to do my best to find a way to let them know I know I'm getting better. Hopefully I'm getting better.
Yeah.
To show that I can do.
Yeah.
Getting there, slowly getting there, but it takes time.
Fuck yeah, bro. One step at a time.
It's
one punch at a time, one fucking way
it hurts,
at a time.
and I'm just glad I got this chance, and I just don't want to fuck it up, and that's why I fear. Like, fear is every day. Fear is this, fear is that. It's just like moments like that. It's gonna what can trigger it and all that. It's like, and that's I tell people, I'm in this adventure of greatness. I still fear that it lingers. It's following me. It's still following me.
Yeah, but you realize, we're still human. We're gonna make mistakes. As long as you know that you fucked up and continue to make strides forward, I think it's good. Obviously don't put yourself in a life grave situation, but don't think that you have to walk on what do they call it? Stepping on broken glass or some, whatever that saying is. Don't feel like you gotta tiptoe around, because I think that's still what's kind of holding you back from, shining bright. And because we were talking about, previous to the video starting, dude, you're doing photography, you're going to those Comic-Con, that's cool. That's the kind of stuff I like to see, because I haven't gone to those. I always see it on social media or whatever, but to know somebody that does it and has you dress up and everything, that shit's fucking cool, bro. The pictures that you used to take back in the day, cool as fuck, and that's something that I want to see more, and it's cool that you document it on Facebook, you have a natural spark, a natural glow, and a natural attraction to people. Yeah, there's gonna be people out there that are gonna be talking shit, you're Latino, fucking
It's any small things. It's just there's people like that. Like you have to agree with them with 100% everything. And if
Fuck that, you don't have to agree with them.
Yeah, disagree with it. You know, it doesn't have to be agree, like we have our agreements and disagreements. And I'm the type of guy. Let me hear your point of view. I understand it. Why you stand. I'm not gonna judge it. I'm like, fuck it. That's your point of view. I'm not gonna change it and everything.
Yeah.
But there's some people. It's like, no, you gotta like the way I do it. If you're not, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like.
Or just don't engage. I mean, it's like these days, it feels like everybody has to. It feels like now everybody has a microphone to their mouth, which is crazy because technically we have mics in our mouth right now. But and not a lot of people should say something, especially if it's something stupid, and I don't know. To feel like you have to explain yourself to everyone, or even to things like that. Like, I don't know. That's how I think.
No, anything like that. Because there's some moments that you had people that like explain yourself, like why you like that and everything. And it's one of those like, I had somebody one time. I remember messaged me and it was fucking hilarious. And like I was texting and he started saying, and he's like, "Why do you talk like that?" I was like, "Talk like what?" He's like, You're talking like you're this race. And I was like, he's like, "You're white." I was like, "I'm Mexican, bro."
Yeah.
What? What are you talking like? I was like, the fuck? It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to talk like? We're like, it was like, and what does the race have to do with this shit?
Yeah.
It's crazy how people assume like how you talk and everything like that. It's like, why can't I just say it like this and like ain't hurt nobody?
Yeah. I don't know, just people, like just even reading comments on Facebook, which sometimes they're funny, but sometimes they're just really ignorant and
hurt people, man. That's one of the phrases I use, especially at my work and everything. It's like I say, hurt people. But what I like to add to it is hurt people. But there are those who have been hurt who use that pain and flip it to heal others.
Yeah.
Because they don't want them to go through what they've been through. And even if they did, they're like, "Hey man, let me help you out. Let me try to get you from point A to point B. Because I've been in this situation and I want to be a homie to help your hand,
Yeah, and not even if they've been through the situation, but still realize that through all the heartache and all the other stuff, you're still making it through. Not everybody has the same. There's different, levels or different scenarios of people's pain, and within someone's self, they gotta realize, like, if someone felt this way, like a certain pain, and you can see it in their eyes, hear it in their voice, then I can relate and make it through. Also,
Yeah.
because I don't necessarily post too much like on my Facebook, and even just starting this podcast, it's for a lot of reasons, and I honestly, like, on the description it says, "Oh, it's this," but it's honest, I don't even know what it is yet. But I like having dope people on, whether it's something personal, something for their business, something for the community, anything.
It's just
literally give someone
your helping hand. It's like,
so give someone a voice, and they're gonna open up, whether they're nervous and all that. They're gonna get their story out, which is good. It's good for them, and if it's helpful
it's open,
information,
and it's open because it's like you're hearing it from this person, being open to everything. It's like, what not to like?
Oh, I was like, what is that? You touched the mic. Can you pull it down a little bit?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. Do you still do, like, go to the Comic Cons and, like, photography?
It's rare. I wanted to go this year, but it was one of those, I had a chance, but it was one of those, I was working the weekend and everything, so I was like, yeah. But
gotta put those hours in.
If I want to go, I'm gonna go next year for sure. Like, around the closest one of next year, because I do want to cosplay this time.
I've seen the Deadpool one. Do you do anything else?
But I want to do something new, with it and something like that. But because I'm gonna try to get my crafting on and everything, because I just, like, again, I want to get back to my artsy way, man.
Yeah, I know you used to draw a lot on your DS?
Yeah, my 3DS.
I don't know games. So.
No, it was a 3DS, but yeah. But it was a thing called Colors app, or Colors 3D. That thing was a bad motherfucker.
Dude, it was before its time for sure.
No, it was like, to me, it was like a fucking easy, basic version of Illustrator. Because it had the easiest tools in there. It was such a bomb-ass thing, dude.
I'm terrible at technology. I'm like,
no, but because it has like a zoom in, zoom out thing. It just
okay.
And not only that, and if you can't draw or anything, you can take pictures of things, and you can either do fully out, or you can do like a little, like if you're doing like tracing with the paper, it's like a nice little fader. It's such a great app, dude. That was my thing that I always go to that. Because there'll be some drawings that'll take me like 6 hours, and I'll do it like that day or 5 hours, and that was one of those like, and once I get done, I'm like, I felt good doing that.
And do you, like, would you say that was like before like your hard times? That was another.
Yeah, that was before. That was before.
And like you said, you haven't got into it too much yet.
Yeah, I want to get back into it.
Because
I know. That's what everybody keeps telling me. They're like, "What the fuck are you waiting for, man?" And I was like, "No." And it's crazy because my brother got me a nice little art supply, and I got the case, and it has like paint, stencils, everything, you name it. It's like, and it's in there, and it's funny. I put it right there, right in front of next to my bed, because it's like it's telling me like, fucking go. And not only that, it's got a paint set, and I got amiibos, and I'm like
laundry. It's on my dress. It's on my bed, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Hey, I'm not push that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like, but I do my laundry though. For real though.
That's dope though. I always wanted to go to those Comic-Con things.
It's a good time, man, because when you go there, I tell people like, no matter what age you are, just dress up, and when you do, you don't have to go be serious. Just play your part, man. That's the beauty of it, and don't worry about this guy over here. And like, to me, I'm always jealous of people who dress up, and I was like, damn, that's a bomb ass shit, and all that, and
people make that shit by hand too.
Yeah, and they do put work, and like I said, it's like fun being that character, because you can be that character that day, and it's great.
You can even make up your own character.
There's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, I saw that. There's this one, I don't know, it was like Venom and like something else, and they like go all out, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking creative and a lot of ingenuity, because they got a lot of like technology, like robotic shit in there too. I'm like, whoa.
You'd be surprised at certain things you can make with magic, man. I see people make, like
imagination.
Yeah, like it's like being crafty, and like they don't like. I've seen people like, I can make that, like oh, they're charging you how much? Shit, I can make that with $20, man. Hold on, give me a second. And I was like, damn, you good, That's what I like about people who cook.
Yeah.
Because when like if you think about it, cooking is kind of like art, because what you see,
it's art.
Looking, it's like
everything is art.
Yeah, everything is art, because when you see cooking, like one person can look at the fish like, I ain't got shit to eat. The other person, Zach, was that guy, because I remember he would like look through the fridge or something. He's like, watch this.
And that's the Zach Braz that we had in one of our last podcasts. So if you guys having a chance to check that out, check out that.
That boy can cook.
Let him cook. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But what was I gonna say? Damn, I confused myself. What was I saying? Zach and everything. We said dressing up. What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Just how it's art and all that stuff.
Art, cooking and art. Is that how he saw certain ingredients, and he's like, watch this, I can make this, and it's like, damn.
Okay.
And another buddy of mine, he does the same thing too. And I'm like, that's why I kind of want to get back to cooking. Like, I was proud of myself when I first made French toast, like OG French toast, like from scratch. And I was like, I cooked that. I bet. And I'm like, damn,
I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah, and it was good. And it was one of those like, man, I can imagine now how people, when they cook a nice fucking meal, and then especially serve it to them, and they're like, damn. And like, yeah, that was me, yo.
Yeah, that's how I feel with like the bartending, because at first I was scared to do it. It was always those moments where you're like, oh, I want to do this, and it's always just talking, it's always just an idea. And then when I started doing it, and then I got like, I would hear people like, oh wow, this is really good, and from far away, I'm like, that made me feel better. Or you got the repeat customers that are like, oh, I tried this, but I want to try the other things on the menu because I'm pretty sure it's good. Sure enough, and you get those repeat customers, and I don't know if that's kind of the same, but I'm pretty sure that's the same feeling, though. The feeling of fucking, I made that.
Yeah, because not only that, one of the things, I know some people are like corny when I said this, I was like, I enjoy making people smile. It's a good feeling knowing that you made somebody smile. Yeah. Even for any little thing, give them something, or or being, give them a nice compliment, just something like that. It just feels good, because you don't know what the other person's going through sometimes, and they could be having a bad day, and just making that person smile, help them out, he or she out. Like it's knowing like, you know what, that's not bad, you know, because just feeling that little boost of like making somebody feel good is such a great feeling.
When you said that, like, so I'm thinking in my head, I was like,
Giggity.
so when you told me that my shirt was nice, you're just saying it just to say it?
Are you saying you just say it, or are you being real? Don't be bullshit me, man. What's up, me like shit?
Yeah, bro. Fucking let me get back. Do you only use like Facebook and Instagram to put out your story? Like,
for now, yeah. Because I've been thinking about, like, I'm not saying vlogs or something, but I just, because if you notice, I've been doing like a little bit more workout videos and because I want to be, I'm not saying an influencer, you know, I just want to be that average Joe of like, hey, you know how some cats, when they go to the gym, they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, oh, do I do this? I'm like, hey man, do this, and then do this tomorrow. And slowly, I'm not saying the best, but I'm like, but I'm getting better with my set list, aka mixtape.
Yeah.
And
when you do the workouts, are you just doing what you feel comfortable with, or you like, do you look up things?
There's certain times I do look up, like, I'm not, because I watch, there's some like workout memes, or not memes, but like videos. I got a good buddy of mine, two of them, that I chat with, one of them is a fucking badass, and I was just talking to both of them today too, about how I looked them up as inspiration, because I saw their before photos, skinny, just, you know, skinny and everything, and then now when I see them, I was like, damn. And those are the same cats I asked, like, with the routines. I'm like, hey, what are you doing with this? Or I was like, hey, I want to get stronger with this, but I hate doing this. Is there something else that you can do? And they told me, what's up? They're like, oh, just do this instead of doing this, do this.
That's good, because a lot of people just want to keep that shit to themselves.
There's some that's why that's true, because there's some people, it's either I can understand they want to do it on themselves, you know, but do your thing, boo boo, you know, like, because you don't want to share their power or knowledge, you know, whatever. But
or they want to sell it.
No, yeah, they were selling, and I was like, I'm just an average Joe, man. I'm like, I just want to show lists in case anybody's like, hey man, this is what I'm doing. And not only that, I always tell people, like, when I post my things, or some people who like message me, I was like, oh, the reason I want is like, I kind of want critique too, like, hey, like, what routines are you doing here? Because I try to learn, and when I see people's workouts or videos, I ask them like, hey, how did you do that? Yeah. Like, you know, because I want to properly do it, because it's easy to bust your shit when you do something new. Oh, yeah. So I try to tell people, like, don't jump the gun, especially when new cats come in the gym and they go all heavy at the first time. I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm like, just because you used to bench this way, don't go for it right away. And I tell people too, like, this is why you bust your shit, because people who like went out for a long time and decided to come back, they go a hundo right away. It's like, you're not supposed to do that, man. Like, your body's not used to, you gotta oil that motherfucker up. Yeah. Because I've seen people who go all out and they're like, yeah, I still got it. And guess what? And they don't even stretch too. They bust their shit. And then they be hurting the next day. They be hurting, they're like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, I hurt myself. And I was like, yeah, because you went on hard, dude. Yeah. Like, you have to, like...
I'm guilty of that.
You can't. Because I learned my lesson. That happened to me once. And, like, when I fell off and then when I went back, I went hard right away, and then the next day I hurt myself and my body was like, whoa, what the fuck, man, like, easy there, killer. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, and then right there I was like, I gotta start all over. And that's what I did. All the ways I used to do, go back, go lighter until
well, it's cool because all your workouts and stuff you posted like day to day. Like, if people that don't follow you, like, you post your stuff, literally everything. So it's kind of like a diary.
It is. It's. You know what sucks? And I have this mentality too. And I tell people this, and they're like, "Why you think like that?" And it's like, I don't know. I think just because. But some people's like, I'm not trying to be cocky with my shit. I really want to show people that I too can be powerful. I too can be strong as fuck. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be seen like. I'd rather get laughs from my jokes than being seen as a joke. Yeah. You know? In my head, I know it's probably not people not seeing that, but in my head, I feel like there's someone that did laughing like, this guy's this fucking guy. And it's like, you don't even know my progress. You don't even know my adventure. You know? It's like, and I tell people, like, I don't want to be in a fight or anything, but it's like, and I think I remember one time I made a post, and it was like, how do I prove that I'm strong? Like, what do I get? Like, I was kind of mad too, because I was very curious, like, because I don't know what happened that day that kind of like Like, ugh. And here's the thing about me, the one thing, right when I did that, I was like, oh, you just, is one of my phrases I say, even in my work, I have a heart of gold. And in this heart, inside of it is filled with darkness.
Okay.
And I say, don't crack that shit. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, once that's cracked, that darkness comes out, pure rage. Just rage. Like, punching walls, punching anything solid, something hard. I don't give a fuck how hard it is.
Yeah.
And I would punch as hard as I can. I don't care if I bleed. Like, that rage is like build up. Like, I don't feel pain. Like, that's how, and it scares me. Because, like, right when I calm down and everything, that's when it's like, and I feel it, and it's like, whoa.
Is that something that you've had, like, as a kid, or just that recently? Like,
recently, I think, it's just,
it was just,
because I'm like always happy with luck and everything, and I try not to lead to that level, and it's moments when it's like I don't know, like, tell you the truth of what made it, but it's rare when I get there, but when it does, it's like.
Have you ever gone to like a therapist or anything?
No, yeah, that's one of the things.
Hey, that's
no, but
we're breaking ground here.
No. It's, I know of it, but it's just. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it's rare when I get angry. That's the thing.
Does a lot of shit get to you?
Not a lot of things get to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, what I was trying to say is that I don't get really angry. I barely get angry. That's the thing. But when I get angry, it leads to, because I never been in that level, like, all the time. I know there's times you're like, I don't know, like, you're mad or anything. But there's points that, like, over angry about something that. I'm just not saying I'm not saying I don't get mad. I do get mad. Yes,
yeah,
I get mad. We
you're
get
human.
mad. But there's points where, like, when I get poked, you know, it's like, oh, well, and then I'll get angry. It's like, especially if something I couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, like, I had to take the shot and I couldn't do nothing about it. Yeah, it's like, it's like, it's angry, but it's.
That's why when people are out, they should definitely not be assholes. That's because, you know, you work at a store, you deal with customers every day. You know, people are acting like assholes for no reason.
No.
You never know what people are going through.
That's the thing. There was a moment. I kept my cool.
Don't get fired over this.
No. I kept my cool. But this is when I was like, I'm like getting better with my anger. Like, it wasn't anger, but it was just one of those, like, use that feeling for good. And let me explain. There was a customer that came in, you know, and she got mad because someone was parked near the handicap ramp. Not too much, but just a little there. I understand her frustration.
Were they handicapped?
The person wasn't. It's just they parked a little too close to the ramp, you know.
Okay.
Person heard it, you know, out there. She's like, oh shit, and like she ran out there, moved the car, you know, and fixed it, you know, because she felt bad. Mm-hmm. I understand you. Honest mistake, you know. She felt bad.
We all do it.
Yeah. So she went back and she had the decency to go up to that person. He goes, hey, my apology. That was my car, but I moved it out of the way. It's a clear opening so you can get down. I'm sorry that you had to go there, but I'm just letting you know I moved this. So sorry, you know. Mm-hmm. Humble thing to do, you know. Very
rare because not a lot of people do.
Not a lot of people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of people would have just said, they would have been like, fuck it. Like I said earlier, hurt people. We're in that world right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that person had this, and this guy pulled a handicapped kind of car and just snapped on this girl. I'm talking fucking low blow kick, you know. It's like, that's right, you stupid bitch. She's like, how dare you park right there? You stupid for fucking parking that thing. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, you stupid bitch. You know, you stupid for parking. And he's like, whoa, you know, it's like, holy cow, like, I'm here to apologize and tell you I moved. Like, you don't have to be frustrated. Well, you're fucking stupid for parking that close. I have to jump over. And I'm seeing that. And slowly in my head, I'm like, he's bullying her. He's bullying her. I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies, man. And I was like, especially, and I'm like, she did no wrong. And she was like, what triggered it was like, she's like, all right. She's like, I'm sorry, leave me alone. I'm walking away. Leave me alone. Right when she said, I'm like, right there, she's telling me, leave me alone. This guy still continued to talk shit when she's walking. He's like, that's right, you stupid bitch, walk away. That's right. And the girl's like, wow. And that's when I came in. Boom. I was like, you want that spotlight, homie? And in my head, I'm like, you want that spotlight? You're going to get that spotlight, and I'm going to give it to you. And I told him, like, so what's up? I was like, hey, man, you want me to call 911? What? You want me to call 911? Why? I mean, are you hurt? you want me to call the ambulance? Are you hurt?
Yeah.
He's like, no. I'm like, right now you're screaming at her like you hurt. You acting like you're hurt right now. Because right now, are you hurt? You want me to call the ambulance? No. And then stop acting like you're hurt and everything. I'm like, do you see me bitching that about life? You see me bitching that about my worker right now? Like, how dare you put that up there? I can't reach that. How fucking dare you do that? Oh, now I can't get that. And I'm going to bitch at everybody for putting that on. Yeah. And I was like, if there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, it doesn't. I'm like, and I told him, like, are you hurt? He's like, no. And then, why are you crying? I'm like, do you see me yelling at people about my life? He's like, no. All right then. And as soon as I stopped, next customer. What up, man? How you doing? He felt fucking salty as hell. Like he just stood there and walked out. And then that lady that helped out, she went straight to my boss is in the corner like, what in the way, you know?
Well, hopefully Hector handles it.
And the lady went up to my boss and said, hey, don't yell at him. And he's like, no, I saw the whole thing. It's just like, it's all.
He's like, motherfucker, why did you do anything?
I got thankful. Everybody else was like, damn. Yeah. I was like, and I'm right there, right after that, I felt bad.
Yeah.
And like that's how I know I was like changing. Cause the old me would have been like, yeah, fuck, yeah, no, but after I got done, I even told the next person, I was like, I feel bad that I did that. I was like, damn, I put him on the spot, and I was like, I don't know, I think I did too much, you know. But the lady, right when I was thinking that,
really
and that's when the lady came up, and she went up to me, she said, hey man, I talked to your boss, and like, I told him you did no wrong, you know. And I was like, I appreciate that, you know. And it's like, it was one of those, like, it felt good that I stood up from him. Like, it felt like I helped somebody out because she was being harassed. And it's like, why are you gonna, and I fucking hate bullies. I was like, why are you gonna bully her? And I'm like, dude, she even apologized. And it's like, the fuck is you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just cats like that. That's why I can't stand bullies. And I'm like, right now I'm in that point. I admit my actions. I admit my wrongs. If I did something wrong, I will admit it. I was like, yeah, I fucked up. I did that, you know? Yeah. Some people just find a way to not make it their fault. Like, it's because of that happened. It's because of this that happened. Oh, if you didn't do this, I did that, you know?
Blame game.
Yeah, it's like, and I tell people, like, I blame myself and, like, my falls, like, when I tripped and everything multiple times back then.
Yeah.
You know, I have no one to blame. Like, look in the man in the mirror. That's who I'm looking at and blame.
So you point at the camera, man in the mirror.
What did I like?
But did you really say that to the next customer?
Huh? Yeah. I was like,
you do that?
Oh yeah, literally. As soon as I got done, I was like, oh, how about it, man? You find everything okay?
I would have been like, come on, man, let me just buy my fucking Ziploc bags. Let me get out of here, bro.
Oh, I was moving, dude.
You mentioned, you know, like,
I never had anybody like, because I'm fast in my shit, dude. Because I had, if you don't believe it, there was a moment where I came in, somebody had a line, and then as soon as I came in, everybody in that one line moved to my line, and there was two people over there. I'm like, you guys gotta go wait. I'm like, nah, you go fast. Plus, I want to say what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like that's also a great feeling when you got customers that want to say what's up to you.
Yeah, it's like a repeat customer. Like, yo, this guy handles business. I want to say what's up to him.
Yeah, not only that, they know that the line's gonna move.
Yeah.
It's gonna, and it's fun. It's like it's a good feeling knowing that like people they know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell, man. This is gonna be kind of random. You mentioned previously, like, oh, how you can't. You said you couldn't reach the top shelf or whatever, and I know certain people, you know, that are shorter. You know, I don't even know what you would call it because everybody likes to be.
They come different sizes and everything, and it's funny how people say because that's one of the things too I get. That annoys me, and I tell people it annoys me because it's like when people are like you're talking and everything, and then I know when I get this question because they're like, can I ask you a quick question? I'm like, what's up? What do you like to be preferred to be called as? And I'm like, and then right there I'm like, my name.
Yeah, for sure.
My name, Hector. My name's Hector. It's like me going up to you like, hey, what race are you? What race should I call you? And I'm like, how do you start? And they're like, well, I was like, I'm not saying it's simple, but it's just like, just call me by my name.
Yeah. Well, what I was trying to get at is because I know sometimes there's certain people that kind of like try to play the system, try to get those the handicap thing. Just
I know that because I couldn't get a handicap thing too, but I don't need it.
Yeah,
I don't need it, and I get my steps in, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, I'll check on my cast.
I'm
I'm just saying, but like,
So I'm pretty sure that will piss you off
No,
too.
but you know what's funny? It's funny. When you said, I kind of played that card, but back in the day, so I'm talking about as a kid. But I don't know if you can see in the camera. I had surgery on my leg when I was a kid. I got like.
Would you get shot, bro, or what?
That was funny you said that because I used that story in school. Like, what happened? I got shot. There was a hole out and then I just and hit my leg. And I remember all the kids like, no. I was like, check it out, eh?
What happened?
My leg. You see how this is?
Okay.
Okay.
Shin bone.
This leg was like that.
Oh, like
You
it's
see?
out.
Yeah. You see how like this was sticking out right here.
Oh, shit.
And I saw my old pictures and I could see. I was like, holy shit, dude. It was like that, and I had to get it because if not, I'm not gonna be able to walk.
Okay.
And it was like this big ass metal thing.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 poles, and they going through that, so you can see the little. And then that's my kryptonite right there.
Why it hurts?
You're literally touching a bone, like right there.
Ooh.
Like. I could. It's just like I could. Like that's why like I hate ankle socks. I fucking hate because it's like this bad boy's not shield.
Yeah.
So
your Achilles heel.
yeah, so that surgery took about like a year or so, man.
Damn.
I think it was a year.
Multiple surgeries.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy surgery. Like I said, it was like a big ass metal thing, and it was in each appointments that I went to, it got tightened up and everything. And so but it's better now. And because they said that they were gonna have to do it in this leg, I thought they were gonna do it because they were doing this leg first, and then like, oh, this is second, and then luckily, and they're like, oh, you don't need to be. I'm like, oh.
How old were you when that happened?
I was about. I want to say 9 and 10.
Oh, okay, so you're old enough to realize what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and it was like 9 and 10. I want to say it was the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis era. I'm trying to think what game was out in that time, so I can be like that date.
Sonic? Nah.
No, Sonic 2 was out already, so I know that for sure.
So. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you're older than me.
What's that?
I keep forgetting that you're older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know, it's funny. It's funny that people don't think that, because when I say my age, like, really? I was like, you know what's funny? Because at my brother's wedding, like back then, this is like when I was just turned 21, 22. Yeah, I was like 22 years old right in that day. And my brother's wedding, and he's like, open bar. I was like, yay, I'm gonna get me a cerveza, And you go to I'm like, 1 corona, please. And they're like, you have your ID? I don't have my ID, man. I'm like, I can't give it to you.
So I can only give you the
my little brother, Ricky, he comes, he's like, got a beer. I was like, you got a beer? He's like, yeah, you got one. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, he's 19. And like, I wanted to be that dick. I'm like, hey man, you give my brother a beer and he's 19. What the this bitch? And you want to give me a beer?
Down.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, it might be like that. But luckily, my cousin and then one of my uncles too, he was like, hey, I got you. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's just people are like, I'm amazed when I say my age, and they're like, oh. So I don't know if it's a gift or a curse.
Hey, bro, when you smile, you get the wrinkles. So
what are they?
Fuck it, if I'm wrinkly, then it means I was smiling a lot.
It's funny you mentioned, because I always wanted, like, I do my best for Anthony, like I wanted to grow my curly mustache.
Yeah, sure.
Every time I try, it just never works, man. It's like I can't grow a mustache for shit.
So we're cousins, bro, and I know for sure I can't grow that fucking mustache. Not even if I tried.
I tried, and it gets to that point. It just like it grows here and it stops right here. It's just like, eh. So
it's very Zorro.
So I don't have to really like shave a lot. I know everybody shaves a lot, but me, I'm like maybe like once a week.
Shit, bro, lucky. Yeah, well,
and it's quick and easy. It's like it's.
You don't have to spend a lot of money on aftershave and all that shit. Let's see what else we got here. I know we got a little off topic.
No, it's all right.
As far as let's see, as far as also like your mental health, you did the photography. You're doing all the things that you used to, or trying to get back into all the stuff that you used to like doing. You're going to the gym. If I can make people happy. What about like? I mentioned therapy, but do you talk to anybody like that?
Yes, there's few cats that I talk to. It's one of those, like, I have really good buddies, and it sucks that they're from far away, but I have a lot of online friends I consider as family, because we know how to, like, some of them I can reach out and talk, and we know about our situations.
And you're not. I'm sorry to interrupt. You're not afraid that they're like fucking somebody that they're not. They're
No. There was proof that we had video calls.
Okay.
And then we called and everything. So
That's good.
So it was just, it's them legit, and I don't fuck with the people like that. And it's funny you said that, because when it's people that I don't really trust and I don't feel like, I tell them this. I would like a snap a selfie. Left eye closed, smile, and then I'm like, with your right hand up with the thumbs up. Take a picture of that, exactly like that, and I'll continue with this chat.
Okay.
And they don't do, oh, I can't, they're like, so that's one of my things I like to do. If they can't support or anything like that. So there's a lot of catfish people out there, man.
Dude, I know.
There's a lot of them.
I saw this one video on YouTube where this, bunch of pedos trying to holler at like little young girls or young kids, and I'm like, there's some sick fucks out there. But yeah, that's why I know you you do that stuff, online stuff, and so I was like, where just fuck the people out there. I don't want to see you getting more hurt. That shit's like, it's like those friends that you see shining from afar. You're still rooting for them, even though you don't see each other a lot. That's how I am with you, bro. Like, that's why I was like, bro, I gotta get this guy on the spot on the podcast, because you're a good dude, bro. And I'm surprised you mentioned it before, but I was surprised you don't have your own podcast, bro. Like, I feel like you got
everybody has talked about, because it's funny, because I talked to a couple of my buddies. Some of my buddies just want to do like stop talking about it and try. And I'm like, he's like, fucking right. I'm like, that's why I was like, right when you invited me to do this, I was like, fuck it. I was like, might as well get a stepping stone and just do it. And I was like, because I wanted to be in a WRLR, the Round Lake station, or the Lake County station. Yep. And I know they have a lot, and I'm like, I would love to have a gig there, especially at nighttime or something like that. And then I'll just be like that, like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, play some tasty tunes, but it depends, what the theme of the night. Play some what kind of genre, and it's gonna be one of those like, how you doing tonight? I was gonna say like I wanted to do like how you doing tonight? Like, just like, I'm open. Like, I don't know if you see my posts. There's certain nights I'm like, hey, I just got home, did this, and like, if you're down to chat, just let me know. I'm down to talk, And sometimes I get some people to message me, sometimes I don't, So it's like, no worries. But when I do, it's amazing how some people can be so open, and especially like if you earn the trust and everything, you start learning more about that person and everything.
Oh, for sure.
And some people were like, because I have people like, when they tell me, like, I see your post, and so what do you want to talk about? I'm like, anything. Yeah. What's in your mind? What's up? I was like, I'll tell you how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling okay. I'll just start with like, feeling all right, man. Just got off work, just got fresh, about to chill and just doing my thing, just catching up with people, see what's up with everybody, Want to say hi, and I'm like, hopefully earn a better friendship or learn something,
Yeah.
Because you'd be surprised at what people want to say or are too afraid to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, even on podcasts, I mean, shit, I was scared. I didn't just want to do a video, because I don't know, sometimes I get bored and I want to see something. That's just me.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Spotify, people don't have Spotify. Like, oh, YouTube? No, I say. So I was like, fuck it, I'll put it on YouTube. And having a camera on me, it took me a lot of tries to even upload my first one. Yeah. And even then, I feel like it was awkward. Like,
it is awkward in the beginning. That's how I felt when I started doing my workout videos, And then I got to the point, I'm like, I tell people, the only person you should be your president is yourself. As long as you keep doing what you're doing and you're having fun with it, it's gonna come out great. Like, especially when it's drawing and everything. Yeah. When in my nephews, they're starting to get better with their drawing. They get hella good too. Yeah. And I always tell them, like, and I talk to other RC people about that too. Is like, when you're doing a project and when you're having fun with it, it's gonna come out fucking great. But there's times when you're rushing, like I just want to get it done and everything. It's gonna come out shitty because you just wanted to get it out of the way, and then you don't
want to just put it aside.
And when you look at it, you're like, man, I could have done better, dude. Like, you probably look at it and like, I kind of redo this, and there'll be that moment, because that's what I did with my old pictures. Okay. When I got my 3DS, because when I got that thing, I redid my old pictures. I was like, I can make this better. When I saw that the first time, I was like, that looks like shit, and I'm like, I could upgrade it. I can do better. I can add color to it.
We have the technology.
Yeah, we got the technology. But that was because I was getting better with my colors. Because all my pictures was black and white. I didn't do color.
You learn how to do that shit.
And colors is like, at first I started, and then slowly I was learning how to blend and everything to give it that shine using like the color white. Or white is, I don't know if it's the color.
Highlight.
Yeah, highlight. Like to make things shine. Like oh, how do I give it that shiny effect? You got this. I was like, so and it's like again like blending and everything. It's like it's the beauty of it because when you continue on, you start progressing and you realize, oh, I can do this. I remember I used to struggle just drawing this part, and it feels so. And it sucks that I fell up, but every time when I do draw or when I get a chance to draw something, like one of my favorite things, especially when I go to my niece and nephew's house, or my brother's house to babysit and everything, there'd be moments when my niece would be outside and she'd be with the chalk, and I'm like, yo, let me get that piece.
Chalk's pretty cool.
Yeah,
my kids mess with that, and I was like, it gets pretty cool.
And it's funny because I'll be all out with the chalk, like, watch it. I'm like, hey, but I'm that guy, I'm like, hey, this is my spot. Back. Yeah, like, back up. And because my niece, she would come up, she's like, that looks pretty. Here, let me add. I'm like, back up. I'm like, this is my picture. I'm like, your picture's over there. You want me to draw on yours? She's like, no. Okay, then like, same energy.
Excuse me. That's dope as fuck. Let me see what else I got. I'm sorry, bro. So like I said, we stray off, which is fine. But let's see. Relationships, bro. What's going on with the relationships?
They suck.
Yeah, bro. Fuck relationships.
I don't know, man. I think every time I try, man, it just. I feel like it's a drug. Like love is a drug.
Oh yeah.
It's a fucking drug.
Sure some
and probably don't. People are like, what do you mean? Because love, when you fall for somebody and everything, especially when they reply back or say something, you feel like that, that goodness, that feels good, and you're like, oh, and you start feeling, you get a lot of that.
You start walking around the house.
You kind of like, you had a bad day, and then someone says, hey, you're looking good, and you just kind of. Thanks,
Yeah.
And then right there, you're like, I feel a little bit better, It's just like I feel, and it feels like where I'm at, like the world I'm at and everything. I think ladies tell me the same thing, but I don't know if it happens everywhere. Everyone's shady as fuck, man.
I think a lot people just don't want to get fucking hurt, and they use that as a mechanism. Well, there's a lot of reasons for people to be assholes, but
like that was one part of the reason too. Like during my losing weight journey, I was like trying to be open with my shit, and then people were like, I was like, whatever. I didn't get noticed. As soon as I lost weight, getting better, feeling looking better, and everything. I'm getting like messages. I'm like, and I remember those people too. I'm like, hey, I said, what's up to you? He didn't say nothing. And then like all of a sudden, I took care of myself. I'm feeling good about myself. Now I'm attractive. I'm being the same person. How I'm talking and everything and all that. It's just my image changed. Yeah. And all of a sudden now I'm cool. It's like, and I always tell people, I'm like, watch out from cats like those, man. And it's like, I'm not saying you don't have to be too shady, but there's a moment where what's fit and what's not. I don't know how I felt like, because it got to that point in the beginning. I was like, I was like that, and I was like, what? I was like, what? Probably I should feel better. And slowly, when I was getting better with losing weight, my confidence level just went up. Okay. It went because I saw myself still the fat guy. I don't know if you see my post when I said I still see that.
I like that you post before when you were, because you could even see in your face like how you were down, your eyes were very sad. Now you're fucking, those are like eyes of a tiger, bro, like focused. It's a very focused look.
Like because you're just like. But slowly, when I was gaining more confidence in myself. Like now, like the pants that were tight as me, baggy as fuck. I was like, holy shit, these were tight as fuck on me. I can't wear these no more because unless I get a belt and I'm gonna look stupid with it. Got rid of that, and it was feeling. I'm like, wow, I'm fitting in clothes I didn't think I would wear, and it was like, and then like boosted. I'm like, and like in my head, like when I wear a shirt, like. To me, it's like in the beginning, even though it's like here, I saw like that.
I'm like, ooh.
Like there's times just like, I'm like, am I a good pot? And it's just like, ugh. And it's just like, there's some moments, and I remember just bending down, stretching shit. I remember I busted my shit when I was in a bad, like, health, like I knew I really needed to fucking lose weight. I remember I bent down, I was sitting down in the drop sign, reached out, I busted my shit. Just for reaching it, I was like, wow. I'm like, I am fucking, I'm like, bad enough I'm rock bottom.
You don't think it's because you're getting older?
Yeah, and it was just like, everything was just, that was like, again, like during the dark time, that's when like everything's like, I really need to fucking do something, dude. I'm like, this ain't it, man. And I'm just fucking grateful that I could be able to do this.
Yeah. Something simple as bending over.
Because like I thought about it now, because because it was like not so long ago in my dark time, I had no car, no money, nothing like that. And now I'm working, I got a car, and I drove my a new car, a new used car, but still, I'm happy with that fucking thing. I'm like, I never got anything like that before. It's just like, wow. It's just like the small things I always tell people, like, just be happy you got this, and that. You know, like, it may not be too much in life, but it makes a fucking big difference once it's gone. And
you don't
like,
realize what you had till it's gone. Yeah.
Joni Mitchell never lies. In case you don't know, don't it always seem to go when you don't know what you got till it's gone. It's a great song, dude.
I don't know, bro.
That's a great song.
So would you say that you're done with the relationship then?
I'm not saying I'm done. It's just because I was chasing. Okay. That was the thing. I kept chasing.
You're chasing a fairy tale. You're chasing a. You're chasing a fugazi.
Yeah, because it got to that point, like I was like, doing this, and then I got to that point. I'm gonna stop because I'm like, does anybody? And I get, and this is the fucked up part. I don't know if I'm gonna get shit for this, but remember when I said earlier when I was like big and everything, nobody gave a fuck about me.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got
now
fit,
I'm hot. They all want me.
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Now, yeah. My gown.
We were right here, bro.
Because that's facts. And then all of a sudden, and then I get the people like, oh, you're shady. I'm like, I'm not shady. Nobody gave a fuck about me when I was this weight.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I decided to lose weight and do all that, now I'm a fucking ass. Now fuck you. Because it's like one of those like, and I get mad because some people think in my head, like try to get me to think, and I was like, that's not fair. Because like, oh, just because I'm this size and everything, I had to take whatever. I was like, fuck that.
It's like, if you don't like me when I had my $3 in my bank account, then you don't deserve me when I have my $60 in my bank account.
Yeah, you know, kind of, and I don't like, and it's one of those like, I'm always down to find somebody that if someone reaches out to me and I'm not picking or anything like that, it's just like. Most people I talk to, they're like, yeah, they're real as fuck, but the problem is with them, some people are like, oh, I have already a significant other. I'm like, that's not my style.
Yeah.
That's not my style. I don't care if you guys all like that. That's not my style. It's like, I'm like, if I have a significant other, it has to be legit. Like, no, you don't have no of this, and it's just be you and all that. It's just not, oh, I just want to have fun. I'm old school, man. I want a legit relationship, not no fucking... like you said, fairy tale, like just
a fugazi.
Yeah, it's like because that's when I saw that how reality is. And I was like, you know what? And that's why I was like, I'm patient, dude. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep working on myself and just do that because it's like, because that was like part of the thing is like I'm doing so much to depress those I'm not gonna get that same energy with. So I was like, right now, like I said earlier,
it's draining you, bro.
Yeah,
it's draining.
Yeah, and that's what I said. The only person you should be oppressing is me. You're like when you look in the mirror, me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
That should be your top 3. That's it. And that's
top 3 on MySpace.
Yeah, there you go. that should be it. Because like, you gotta do things to feel better about yourself. You know, like that's what I was telling myself. Now fuck them. I'm gonna try to do something. And it's like, and one of the things, like the punching bag. I want power. I want that stamina. I want that speed. Like, I'm getting better with my movements. I'm trying to like, and switching stances too. Yeah. So I'm like, what if my hand is here? I'm gonna have to depend on this arm. If this arm is here, I'm gonna get this. I'm like, I gotta work on my movement too, because I'm like, I want that legit power. Like, I want that strength, that speed, that movement. Yeah. And step by step.
Is that something like you want to like compete also, or
not compete? It's one of those things that I tell. If I'm gonna be the uncle, taking my little niece, most of my nephews are older and everything, but I have a couple of little young nieces and nephews, little ones and everything. Yeah. And I'm not, God forbids, but there's a park right around my house. But still, it's like how I see that is like I'm that carrier, I'm the protector. I gotta make sure these kids are great and everything. And God forbids anything happens, I will have to be. I'm not saying I will, I'm going to be that protector. I'm gonna do what it takes, and I have to be legit fit, ready, and everything.
A bounce to the face.
Fuck, I'm ready. I don't want to be. It sucked when I was doing like the fat phase.
Yeah.
That it was like one of those like, that's a sign, dude. is that my nephews were running, and I was like, and I was so bad on my fat, like this leg was burned up and numb. I was like, go. I'm like, hey, hold on. And I remember I got mad at them for running that far that I couldn't get. I was like, wow, dude. I was like, fucking wow. I was like, you got mad for some, because your fat ass couldn't even fucking run to there. And that's like, man, I was like, right there, I was like, I need to fucking, I was like, damn. And I'm just so glad now I can just
keep up, suckers.
Yeah, I was like, what is it? You little bugger. You know?
Yeah, no shit.
So, but it's just like, but not only that, my family and everything, I want to be there, especially with my close friends and everything. It's like, I want to be there. Like, if this person's down or something, I want to be there. I'm not gonna back down. I'm gonna do my best, even if win or lose. I'm gonna be there to help. I'm not gonna, and I want to make sure the damn well make a difference. Not just making no. I want to make sure I do it. It's like,
yeah, bro.
And
You're doing a lot of things in the right direction. That's very commendable, bro. Like, and you're doing it. You're fucking literally laughing through the pain, pretty much, until there's no more pain. I mean, obviously there's still pain, but you're still fucking, you're shining, and you're shining brighter, fucking, day by day.
Step by step, man.
You know, and then your nieces and nephews, your family, they're fucking seeing it, you know. So hopefully they tell you also.
It's great seeing them, man, and it's one of those like that hits hard. Is like, if I continue with that darkness earlier, would never have seen those. Would never have seen them grow up.
Yeah.
They would not know of me. Maybe a little bit, you know, but not too much. They can wonder, and they're like, "Hey, where's Theo?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I can only imagine, because that's how, you know, some of my nieces and nephews, when my cousins passed away, you know, they were little, and they missed the hell out of them. And it's, you never know what could have been. You know, a lot of the things that I'm doing now is because of my cousin Anthony, and it's things that we should have been doing together. But it is what it is, and I'm gonna continue doing it, and hopefully I do it the best I can. And I don't know, it's just, you know, things in me that I feel like I bottle up, and instead of me just talking about it, I do it. Yeah, I'll open about it sometimes, but it hurts. Yeah, thinking about it hurts, talking about it hurts, but doing something to better yourself fucking feels great.
It, like, when how I knew I was making a difference too, is like when I started going to my family's parties. I'll be there and everything. Dark time, never. I would never be around, because I kept isolating myself, and that's what led me to darkness. And like now, every time I see my family, they're always happy to see, especially my big brother. He's always happy to see me. He's like, hey, you came, you know, I'm so happy and everything. And it's like a great feeling knowing, like, you know, I got everybody's love and respect back, and knowing that I'm doing better because everyone's happy to see me. Like, they're like, hey, he's here, and everything. And I try to tell people, man, don't isolate yourself, man. It's, again, like we said earlier, it's so easy to get lost in that darkness. Fucking easy. It may be comfortable, quiet, you know what I'm saying? But once you like move, like, oh shit, how the fuck did I get back?
Yeah, we'll wrap on that. Is there anything else that you want to put out there to the viewers, as far as literally anything? I know it's, I think I told you before, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month or something like that. You know, what's something, any advice, I guess?
Just be open. Just be open. Keep the loved ones closer. The ones that you know that person that you can call right now and they're willing to pick up. Even if at work, even if they don't pick up, they call, next message you like, hey, I'm at work, what's up? They're willing to respond and everything. Like, I'm a couple of my online buddies, and I fucking love them, and I tell them I love them for that. When they notice that my post is just off, and boom, they send a message like, you alright, man? What's up, man? You good? And I'll just be open about it, and I'll tell them, like, yeah, I'm feeling this and this and this. And I always tell people, just reach out to those who's close to you that knows what's up, you and everything, and let it out. And if you gotta cry, let it out. I always tell people, there's nothing wrong with crying. If you feel all that anger and the pain and everything, and I tell people, best thing to do, not isolation, but just put some music, headphones or something. Find that one soothing song, that one song that knows that you, and just interpret that to sadness or in tears. Just let it out.
Fucking make a mixtape.
But just let it out. Breathe. Just think about it and just let the music play. And just, like I said, man, I tell people let it cry, just cry. Cry, let all those tears out, man. And just, once you're done, breathe. Slowly get back. Find something that can make you happy. And put it in the game. Put in something funny. A show or something. Get yourself something tasty. Like a delicious drink, a snack or something. And just think about, and then right after that, you just, that's why I tell people, hit the bag. Hit the bag. Use all that energy, because right after you get done, man, you just, okay.
Yeah.
Because I always end my shit with the bag.
So don't hit the wall, because you'll fuck up your hand.
Yeah, don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. It ain't worth it. Just get a bag and just let it, because I'm guaranteed, I'm fucking telling you. You hit the bag. I guarantee you feel so much good right there, because you like all that stress and everything, and you just like feel better. You know?
Aggression and all that shit.
Yeah, because then your mind is clear. Now you can see what you were thinking a lot better, and you're like, okay, I understand. You find out the problem, understand it, and then go with it.
For sure, bro.
Because when you let all that anger in it, you see that problem there, but all that anger is just blocked, and you can't really answer because you're adding all that. So once you let all that aggression and everything, you'll see the problem, and then you're like, let me just do this, and so then you start feeling better. You're like, all right, you know, because it's so easy to get lost in there like that. But once you get back to that humble state of mind, you're good. Just learn to appreciate life. Learn to appreciate everything around you, who's there for you, who's been there for you, and everything. Do what you got to do that makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting nobody.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't hurting nobody. Do what you have to do that make you feel good about life. Makes you feel good about this. As long as it's not hurting anybody, that's okay. If somebody's like, oh, why you going? When people collect stuff, you know, like toys or something, like, oh, they make money. I'm like, that makes them happy. Like, I collect Batmobiles and everything. Because I'm collecting toys and stuff that I never got as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got it. I was like, I always wanted this, and I got it. Yeah. Like, I got a Super Nintendo. I was so happy when I got that. Like, that picture with the Legend of Zelda, the N64. I was so fucking happy when I got that.
Gold one?
Yeah. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I never had this. I played it. I have it on my 3DS, but still, like, I don't have the OG of it. I was like, I fucking have it. It's like, I'm happy. I still have my N64. And I'm like, I can't wait to play it. You know, it's like, having things I never got as a kid, it's just such a great feeling and getting it and everything. And it's like, and it helps me ease my mind, because it's like, I collected that, I got that, I earned that, I worked hard and get that, you know. When you realize when you're moving and everything, I haven't got the Switch 2, but I'm like, I got the money for it. Yeah. I got the money. I don't have to sell anything.
You got adult money now.
Yeah, I got the money to buy that. I don't have to be like, fuck, I can't buy it. I don't have money. I was like, oh wait, I do have money. And I'm like, I get to buy things that I forget to myself. Is like, I could buy things. Before, I never got to be everything, and when I did, it was for the bad shit. But now I can buy toys, I can buy this, I got my own car, and I was like, I forgot that I can buy things now. And it's such a great feeling that knowing that I can do that.
Yeah, bro. Well, yeah, that advice hit. Thank you again for being here with me, bro. Chopping it up. Thank you for fucking bringing the Puro Pinche Party even when the fucking music turns off. If you want, do you want to drop any like social medias so people can follow you or even get in contact with you if you know they want to chat it up? Instagram, Facebook, or
just tag my name on Facebook. Just tag.
We're gonna tag it, and I'll put Instagram or Facebook, whatever, because it's gonna go on YouTube.
All I got is a face, but yeah, just tag me on my face. And then just message me and just be cool, just be real, just be honest, be you, you know. Because again, I love gaining new friendships. I just love talking to somebody who can relate and everything. I'm not here to, because there's a couple cats like that. Oh, wait, find a way to make me happy. Like whoa. I'm here to relate.
What am I, a fucking clown?
Yeah, it's like I'm here to relate. I'm here to you know. Because
here to communicate.
Yeah, I gotta tell people, ain't my customer. I want to be that legit homie. I want to be that legit. Like, you know how sometimes when people say my name, like, hey, you know Hector, little Hector. Like, I want people to know, like, yeah, I know him. Like, that's the homie. Like, I want
Do you
people
like when
to...
people call you Lil Hector?
No, but I love when people say, like, you know, when they say my name, because, you know, there's a lot of Hectors out there, where they're, like, instantly, like, you talking about Lil Hector? Like, they're like, yeah. Like, no, I'm not saying they're, like, they're commenting, no, but I love when people, because I heard some...
Nah, Big Hector.
You know?
It's Big H.
No, you know, it's funny, yeah, I heard some people say Big H and all that, yeah. So it's when I was like...
It's fucking at least you're not Hector, you know, running spoon engines and
No, not that way.
running a night circuit. Fucking thank you guys for joining us. If you guys like the episode, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review, and follow us for more episodes. Thank you guys.